Hi kids, it's Grumpy. Let's read a book. Hi kids, it's Grumpy. We're going to read another book today. This time, we're going to read a book, The Berenstain Bears and the Christmas Angel. It's by Mike Berenstain. Here's the cover. Looks like they're building a snow angel. Okay. The angel said to him, I am Gabriel. I stand in the presence of God, and I have been sent to speak to you and to tell you this good news. That's Luke 1:19. Okay. It was the week before Christmas in Bear Country, and winter was just settling in. There had already been some chilly weather. A few snow flurries had come and gone. One frosty morning, there had even been a light snowfall. Brother, sister, and Honey had rushed outside to quickly try and building a snowmare, and the snow melted as soon as the sun rose. That must be their house in a tree. And there's a Christmas tree, and it looks like the snow's melting down it. Interesting. Okay. Now the weather forecast finally said there would be several inches of snow overnight. The cubs were so excited they could hardly sleep. They lay awake imagining all the next day's snowy fun. Skiing, building a snowman, doing snow angels. In the morning, sure enough, there was a snowy blanket on the ground, and more snow was coming down. Hooray! Cried the cubs. It's snowing, it's snowing, it's snowing. Looks like they're looking out their window, huh? Let's go out right away to build a snow bear, said Sister. Yes, Brother and Honey agreed. Just a minute, said Mama. No one's going anywhere without some breakfast. Gotta have breakfast. Fuel your day. The cubs gobbled up their breakfast while gazing out the window at all the beautiful snow. Bye, Mama, thanks, they said as they swallowed a last gulp of milk. Then the cubs bundled into their snow clothes and bounded out the door. At first, the cubs just stood there, taking in the snowy scene. Bear Country was truly lovely, cloaked all in white. Looks like snow is everywhere. They tilted their heads back to feel the snow falling on their faces. They opened their mouths to catch the flakes on their tongues. Then, laughing, they plunged into the deep snow. That's deep. Let's build that snow bear, said Sister. Right, said Brother and Honey. What kind of snow bear should we build, wondered Sister. How about one with a corncob pipe, a button nose, and 2 eyes made out of coal, asked Brother. And an old silk hat with a broomstick in his hand, added Sister. That's so old school. Let's try something different. How about a modern-looking one with both eyes on one side of his head, said Brother. That's too different, said Sister. They all said, thinking it over. While Brother and Sister were thinking, Honey got a little bored. She flopped down on her back in the snow, waving her arms and legs, making snow angels. That gave Brother an idea. I know. We'll build a snow angel, he said. A Christmas snow angel. Good idea, said Sister, getting excited. We can give it wings, a halo, and a harp. So they set to work. They rolled 3 big snowballs together for the body and head. They molded arms and flowing robes. They found a bent branch shaped like a harp, and then used a dry cornstalk for wings. Finally, the cubs bent an old coat hanger and covered it with shiny foil for the halo. It's set up on top. As the cubs finished their snow angel, Mama called them in for hot chocolate. Sipping their drinks, they admired their work through the kitchen window. They live in a tree. That's a very fine snow angel, said Papa, joining them. I think it must be Gabriel, the Christmas angel. Gabriel? Said Sister. I didn't know angels have names. This one does, said Mama. She pointed to an angel among the Christmas figures on this windowsill. That's them on the windowsill. You see, Mama began, some angels are the messengers of God. Sometimes they bring a special message to a special person. Gabriel brought the wonderful news to Mary that she would give birth to Jesus. There they are right there. Or, Mama went on, some angels bring news for everyone. Like when angels appeared to shepherds in the field with the message that Jesus was born in Bethlehem. The shepherds were told they would find Mary and Joseph with Jesus lying in a manger. That's those angels talking to the shepherds. And then those angels were pretty busy, said Brother, and they weren't done yet, said Mama. Angels can bring messages that warn of danger too, continued Mama. When the wise men journeyed from afar to worship Jesus and bring him precious gifts, the angel came to Joseph in a dream. He warned him of the evil King Herod, telling him to flee to Egypt with Mary and the child. So angels look after us and protect us from danger? Asked Sister. That's right, said Papa. As the Bible says in Psalm 91, for he will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. Okay, the cubs were very thoughtful as they went back outside to play. The snow had stopped falling and the sun was peeking out. A long golden shaft of sunlight broke from the clouds and shone down upon their little angel of snow. Merry Christmas, said Sister, turning to Brother and Honey. And Merry Christmas to you, said Brother to Sister and Honey. Christmas, cried Honey, yay! Brother and Sister gave Honey a big hug, and then they all chased each other, laughing and shouting through the snow. That was a good story, I think. Yeah, that's the end of it. Here's the back cover. There's a lot of books. I only have a couple of them. And then here's that UPC if you decide you want to get this book. I might have a link to it below. We'll see. Okay, well, kids, that was a good little story. Berenstain Bears and the Christmas Angel. So, until next time, be excellent.